and shop comfortably without worrying about what's in this product and reading all the labels, or are there any animal products here or there. So that's how I got the idea for Vegan Fine Foods, to solve that problem so that folks who wanted to eat that way, not only vegans, because there are other people, I would say even at Vegan Fine Foods, probably 75% of our customers are not vegan, but they like eating that way sometimes. So I wanted to create a comfortable shopping experience for folks to come in and be able to buy the products they want, without having to go to 3, 4, 5 different places to shop. So that was why, that was the problem I was trying to solve. And one of the things that we're seeing, and I'm sure you guys have seen the same thing, I've heard some of these statistics, the number of people changing their diets and moving towards a more plant-based diet has exploded. Okay, and I have a few statistics about that coming up. So we are starting right at that sort of what I'm calling a tipping point, where you're seeing a huge explosion in folks who are interested in this type of food, and also different products that are coming onto the marketplace. Like we have almost 3,000 different products in our store, and every day we get calls from other companies that have new vegan products that they want to introduce into the market. So on the supply side, it's booming, and on the demand side, it's booming as well. So the solution to the problem, again, as I laid out here, is what I thought would be the solution would be an all-vegan market that offer products that are free from all the bad things that we hear about. And the whole purpose was so that folks could shop confidently, comfortably, with great options. So as I said, we're trying to provide as many options as we can. We've only been open now for 3 months. Today, June 29th, is our 3rd month, or 3-month anniversary. We opened March 29th. So we're still very new, but we've already expanded a lot, and we have a new deli section coming in on Monday, and we're going to build a little wine section, all vegan wines, as Kathleen just touched on, because so many people don't realize, I didn't know, that I thought all wine was vegan. I didn't realize that a lot of the wine producers use egg and other types of animal products throughout the wine-making process. So we are unique in that we only carry vegan wines, and wines that have been certified as vegan, and there won't be any questions. So that's really what we're bringing. You had a question?
Oh no, I was wondering what makes a wine non-vegan. I didn't know about that, how they process it.
Yeah, I've heard some really unbelievable stories about why some wines aren't vegan.
Yeah.
I've heard gelatins, fish scales, it's all for the filtering and purifying clarity.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah. So if you don't want those things, those products touching your food, or your wine, you have to be very careful. There's a website called, what is it, Barnivore? Are you guys familiar with Barnivore.com? So that if you have a wine, a brand that you like, and you want to know whether or not it's vegan, you can go to that website, and it lists all the vegan-friendly wines. And if your wine is not, actually it lists wines that are not vegan-friendly as well, and it will tell you that. So all these things, all this type of information is coming out more and more every day to help us educate ourselves about the foods we eat. And like I said, I had been a vegan for 20 years. I don't think I realized until probably about 1.5 years ago that not all wine was vegan. So yes. So that's Vegan Fine Foods, in my view, was a solution, not the entire solution, but a solution to the problem that so many people face that were trying to change their diet and eat this way.
I have a question.
Oh, yes.
Yes. I shop at Whole Foods, but I didn't like the way they were run, very corporate, and I thought it was going to be better when we were taken over by Amazon, but it got worse. I think you have a good shot because people are tired of the run around in the corporates, and I can tell you, I'm not a James believer, and I have very few people who look up to me when I say, but I'll just give you an idea. I have a chance, and I get a feeling, I'm going to get a chill, I'm usually
you know, that's a great idea, so,
People like that, when you acknowledge them. Amazon, they're very big, they don't care, but I think it's a good way to compete with them, because they haven't throughout the whole store. It's Amazon. You can say, just for being a customer, you know, we have a card, which my friend here worked at a health food store that used to be here like 30 years ago. And they had a card, and if you got something that you were poor, just if you buy certain foods, you have a sale, and people know about that. And I get the email, and they're aware of that. Like, if you look at Save-A-Lot, they don't have foods, but he might be interested to read some of your stuff there. He's feeding trees now because he believes in giving a discount. So I think if you compete with Amazon, you give good discounts and you let people know that a lot of your food's on cooked with fish facilities or for facilities with meat. Because in Amazon, you get a lot of vegetables in a facility that uses except
Everything is cheap.
not Hillary makes a burger, and I think they're the only burger that doesn't use a facility that uses fish, meat, dairy, whatever. So Amazon is not free with that. If you explain that to people, I think they'll like that and discount it. Probably do Amazon. That's my
okay, well, no, thank you for that feedback. Yeah, so, just to respond to that, you know, prior to opening Vegan Farm Foods, I did most of my shopping at Whole Foods. And, I wasn't happy with their service, the direction that they're taking, and how they treat customers, a lot of things. And so it was going downhill even before the Amazon acquisition.
But it's going to be better.
It's got, and Amazon, of course, is going to get worse because Amazon, you know, it's just a massive global organization. They don't really care much about, you know, things that we care about. So yes, I agree. Now, one of the things that we're trying to do, this has been only 3 months for us. So the first 3 months, we're just trying to focus on getting our operations running the right way so that we increase our chance of being able to stay in business. Because, you know, the first year of any business is very difficult. The odds are against us remaining in business. It just is. That's just, you know, those are just the statistics. So our focus right now, or at least for the first quarter, has been to get our business running smoothly, fixing our operations, and you know, learning more and more about our customers. And then the next phase after that will be to sort of implement some of those types of programs that you're talking about.
We have specials all the time, like
No, I got it.
Amazon raised, like what they did is they lowered it when they first took over. Everybody's like, yay, there's sales, it's Amazon. And then what did they do? Then they jacked the prices up. So
Yeah, we won't be doing
right,
things
you
that
can
way.
express that by not mentioning that.
Yes.
Save-A-Lot does it. Other stores is empty, but we have deals all the. So you could say the way we have sales, we're not going to raise the price. Something people will like that.
Yeah, but the difficult thing with that too, and you know, this is a challenge, especially for small businesses like ours, where we don't buy in the same quantities at Whole Foods and Walmart, Publix, and all those big stores. So what they pay for products is so much lower than, let's say, what we pay. So it's really difficult for us to offer discounts and to go low on price because our costs are much higher than our competitors. So that's one of the things we have to figure out, and that's why getting our operations running smoothly is so important. So we can reduce the cost of our operations, and then that gives us some room to be more price competitive.
You make it a buyer's club and a co-op. Yeah, that'll be Amazon.
Yes, sir.
What about traffic? Are you having enough traffic in the store?
Yeah, so the first month we were totally overwhelmed with traffic. We didn't expect it to be that many people.
And now?
And now that we're in, you know, towards the end of June going into July, it's definitely leveled off.
So one recommendation I would make to you, and this was one of the first things I noticed in coming into the facility, I was there actually on your opening weekend, is parking.
Yeah, so, yes.
Parking is an issue in that location. So if you could find a solution to that problem, I think you would probably find your traffic flow will increase and
Yes.
stay stable.
Well, the first response to that is there's no solution to that problem in downtown Fort Lauderdale. It's just, you know, and all the businesses in downtown struggle with that. However,
You have a parking garage 1 block away, which is where I parked and walked to the restaurant.
yes,
There's no problem at all.
so there are parking garages right within walking distance, a couple of them within
Do
walking
you
distance.
validate
But
for any of those
no, let me finish. So one of the things that we've done is there's a parking lot. It's not a garage, it's a parking lot right behind the OB house, the old breakfast house. Are you familiar with that?
No.
It's right where we are. There's a restaurant right across the street from us on the north side of Southwest 2nd Street.
Okay.
And behind that restaurant, there's a parking lot.
Okay.
So we have worked a deal out with that parking lot owner, but he would only do it on the weekends. So on the weekends, our customers can park for 2 hours for $1.50. But they have to get it validated in the store. So we haven't announced it yet,
That's great.
but I just worked
Keep
that
on
deal
doing
out.
things like that.
Yes,
Keep on doing that.
but it's still during the week. But during the week, it's not as bad parking. It's really the
It's
weekend.
easier during the week.
Yes. So we're going to keep trying. But there are garages. The tough thing with the garages are some of them charge a flat fee. And so if you're just coming in a store, nobody wants to pay $10 flat fee and come in. So yes.
You may spend more for parking than you do for the item you're getting.
Yes. So one of the garages, the garage at the Broward Center, it's owned by the city of Fort Lauderdale. So I've been trying to see if they would be willing to work something out with us, but not yet. I haven't been successful yet, but I'm going to keep working on it. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Somebody else had their hand up? Oh, yes.
What do you teach at the college?
So I am a professor in the College of Business at Florida Atlantic University, and I teach a few different courses there. I teach business strategy, international business, and I also teach a class in leadership. So those are my main areas that I teach. I've been a professor for 20 years. The reason I'm in Florida is because FAU offered me a full-time job. I was teaching, I've taught in a number of different places over the years. Most of my teaching career, I was teaching in New Orleans, at the University of New Orleans. And then I was there during Katrina. But then after Katrina, we lost about 50% of our student body. And I stayed on another 7 years after that. So I stayed in New Orleans until 2012. And it just wasn't the same. So I decided to move back to New York, which is where I'm from. And I taught there for 2 years. And then I got an offer to come to Florida Atlantic. So that's how I ended up in Florida. And once I got here, I had the idea for vegan fine foods. But once I got here, I started looking around. Once I became familiar with the area. And then I stumbled across the location, and I'm like, oh, this is it. But yeah, so I've been teaching business classes, for about 20 years. In fact, me going into academia has a lot to do with me becoming a vegan. Because when I finished graduate school, back in 1997, when I finished graduate school and got my PhD, I had been in graduate school for 7 years, full time. And I was so sick and unhealthy and toxic by the time I graduated that I had to figure out a way to cleanse my system. And that's what led me to become a vegan.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So had I not gone through that torture, who knows what so one of the things, again, we found out a lot about, before I opened or decided to open a store and take this risk, because it is a huge risk, I had to put together a business plan. And being a professor of business, I had to do that. So part of that was trying to understand the market, all right, and our target market. And this is really what we found. I mean, this sort of summarizes all of the research that I did as far as the market. A lot of companies, they segment their market by age. One of the things I found is when it comes to this type of product, these types of products, age doesn't matter. People of all ages are interested in being healthy. Even kids. And I tell you, kids nowadays, there are more and more really good vegan products coming out for kids. And a lot of kids are becoming aware at a young age, and they're telling their parents. I have a friend who has a 6-year-old daughter, and her daughter said, I don't want to eat meat anymore. I don't want to eat animals anymore. So now she's struggling to try to find, food for her daughter, and their family, none of them are vegan. So, from young folks all the way up, if they're interested in being healthy and having a healthy lifestyle, they're our target customer. I think there you go. No, can you go back? No, back. One more. There you go. So people of all ages, people that really value high quality food, natural foods, organic foods, and and people who are concerned about their health, and people who like to do exercise, not necessarily, fanatics, but people who just want to stay healthy. So those are, I'd say, the majority of the people that have come into the stores have fallen into this category. Our competition locally are the companies you see here, even though they're much bigger than we are. We are competing with them because Whole Foods, a lot of the products we have, I'd say probably 75% of the products we have, they also have. And that's one of the reasons that we are looking to emphasize and feature local products. So you'll see a lot of local Florida-based companies and their products in our store that they can't get into Whole Foods. So we're looking for ways to continue to differentiate ourselves from these guys because, these are sort of corporate giants and they don't really give, in a lot of cases, Whole Foods has a program for local suppliers, but it's still very tough for them. And we've been very friendly to local producers, just like New Growth. So yes, those are, but the tough thing about these guys being our competitors is what we touched on before, the price issue. Because they're so big, they buy in such large volumes, their per unit costs are so low, and we have to still be competitive, which puts a lot of pressure on us. But we're up to it. We're going to figure it out. Yep. Yes, so we're trying to use that to our advantage. So we do have some advantages over them. They have size and money over us, but as far as being able to connect directly with our customers and to be flexible enough to change whenever we need to change to appeal to our customers, we have that over them. So as I was saying with you, we just have to get our operations running smoothly, make sure that we're profitable before we can start implementing a lot of the things that we want to do. Well, that's interesting. That's a different business model, and I can't really speak to that because I don't understand really a lot about how co-ops work. I have a really good friend of mine who worked at Whole Foods for many years in New Orleans, and she left Whole Foods and started up a co-op. Yeah. Yeah. So I would have to sort of educate myself on that because I can't speak intelligently about how they work. I mean, I know how they work in the sense of, yeah. Okay, thank you. Yep. Kathleen?
Thank you for all the customer service or the community service you're doing us. I couldn't wait to get down to the store, all the music that you have, the product tastings, the lunch and learns, the way you're using the space to really serve people, to educate people, to bring the community together, and that's a huge asset. And while I was there, I made sure that I bought something because I want to support your store and I want to encourage everybody else to do that. We may be able to get it cheaper, but we want to make sure you stay in business, so we want to give you more business.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I wanted to share with you folks. Is any other questions before I wrap up? Yes.
I just want to say that, it's really wonderful how you start your business, but some of the other competition you have on the list, like Whole Foods, how they started their business. I don't think anybody wants to shop in that store after. I don't know if anybody how Whole Foods started, but that's a store that nobody would go if how they open. But they opened because someone fell in Walmart they sue Walmart and they open Whole Food, and that's not the right way to start a business.
Oh, I didn't know that
Sue
either.
someone in order to get money.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, no, I
Okay.
just
Well,
found
no,
that
we didn't
out.
start that way, so we started with hard-earned money.
We started with a
Yes,
hard,
that's right, no lawsuits involved.
Yeah.
Thank you, yep.
What is lunch and learn?
Oh, so, one of the things that we've been doing a lot of events, especially now, because we've seen already in June that, this is a slow period in Florida, in South Florida. So we've been doing a lot of events to try to attract people to come into the store. And one of the things we do during lunch on Thursdays is we're doing different things, but we're trying to provide education to folks to get them to come into the store. There's a woman on Thursday who is like a nutritionist, and she gives advice to folks, free advice, health advice on Thursdays during lunch, like from 12 to 2. So that's what our Lunch and Learn is all about.
All right.
And we've been doing all types of events. This past Sunday we had a really successful event. It was a lecture called 101 Reasons to Go Vegan. And it's a pretty common lecture. The person who does it, James Wildman, he does it all around Florida. But it was Pat who's done it here. So he did it at our store on last Sunday, and it was really successful. So we want to do more of those types of events. We even have music, live music. We're going to have a comedian come in, I think within the next few weeks. He calls himself the Plant-Based Comedian. And you guys may have seen him. He does some of the farmers markets and things around here. He's been here too. See, we're just copying your schedule. So we want to do those kinds of things. How do you find out?
About those?
So if you want to stay abreast of what we're doing at the store, you can always go to our website, veganfinefoods.com.
Okay.
You can also go to our Facebook page, Vegan Fine Foods, and Instagram, Vegan Fine Foods. And the three of those, we're constantly updating and posting information about these activities.
Great, wonderful.
Thank you.
As soon as that